Hello and welcome. In the sprawling universe of DC Comics, heroes are forged in the crucible of tragedy, and villains are often born from unspeakable pain. But some backstories are more than just tragic. They are gaping wounds of darkness that define a character's every move. Today, we're counting down the top 10 DC characters with the darkest backstories. Starting our descent at number 10, Mr. Freeze. Victor Fries was a brilliant cryogenics expert, a man driven by one thing, love for his terminally ill wife, Nora. When a corporate tyrant pulls the plug on his research, a lab accident transforms him into a creature who can only survive in sub-zero temperatures. He's not driven by greed or power, but by a desperate, cold grief. Every crime he commits is a frantic attempt to cure the woman he lost, trapping him in a loveless, icy hell of his own making. At number 9, we have the Scarecrow. Before he was the master of fear, he was Jonathan Crane, a boy tormented by relentless bullies for his lanky appearance. His obsession with fear began as a defense mechanism, a way to understand and control the terror that ruled his own life. This path of twisted psychology and chemical experimentation turned a scared, broken boy into a monster who preys on the deepest phobias of others, a living embodiment of the trauma he endured. Coming in at number 8 is Starfire. Princess Coriander of Tamaran had her idyllic life shattered by her own sister, Commander. Betrayed and handed over to the Citadel, she was enslaved and subjected to years of horrific torture and experimentation. Her immense power was born from this agony. While she projects an aura of joy and optimism, it's a conscious choice to rise above a past filled with subjugation and violation at the hands of her own family. Our number 7 spot goes to Bane. We often see him as the man who broke the bat, but his origin is a testament to survival. He was born in the island prison of Peña Doro, sentenced to serve his father's life term. He knew nothing but brutality from his first breath. The prison, the darkness, and the constant fight for survival were his cradle and his school. He didn't just adopt the darkness, he was born in it, molded by it, a product of a system designed to create monsters. Cracking our top half at number 6 is Jason Todd, the Red Hood. Being Robin is supposed to be an honor, but for Jason, it was a death sentence. Hunted down by the Joker, he was brutally beaten with a crowbar and then left to die in an explosion. But his story doesn't end there. He was resurrected, crawling from his own grave with the full, agonizing memory of his murder. This cataclysmic trauma twisted him, turning a hero's death into a violent, vengeful rebirth. At number 5, we find Raven. Her darkness is not from something that happened to her, but from what she is. She is the daughter of the interdimensional demon emperor Trigon. She was born to be a portal, a living key to unleash her father upon the universe to consume all life. Her entire existence is a constant battle against her own demonic nature, a struggle to suppress the apocalyptic evil that flows through her veins. It's a terrifying internal war she can never truly win. Our number 4 is the Hellblazer himself, John Constantine. John's life is a long list of failures and damned souls, most of whom were his friends. The defining moment was the Newcastle incident. A botched exorcism born from his own arrogance resulted in a young girl, Astrologue, being dragged to hell. Her torment became his. Constantine is a man haunted by the literal ghosts of his mistakes, cursed to have everyone he cares about suffer and die. Entering the top 3 is the Martian Manhunter. John Jones is often the calm, wise heart of the Justice League, but beneath that stoicism is a sea of unimaginable grief. He is the last of his kind. He watched his entire race, including his own wife and daughter, perish from a psychic plague called Hronmir's Curse. He was connected to them telepathically, forced to experience every single death. He is a walking, talking memorial to a dead world, a survivor of a planetary genocide. The runner-up at number 2 is the Batman. Bruce Wayne's story is the cornerstone of Dark Origins. A child leaving a movie theater with the two people he loves the most in the world. A dark alley, a man with a gun, a string of pearls scattering on the pavement. In that single horrific moment, a boy died, and something else was born. Every single thing Batman does is driven by the trauma of watching his parents get murdered right in front of his eyes. It is a wound that never and will never heal. But there is one story that is arguably even more fundamentally tragic. Our number one DC character with the darkest backstory is Cassandra Cain. While Bruce Wayne lost his childhood, Cassandra was never allowed to have one. Raised from birth by the assassin David Cain, she was denied human speech and contact. Her brain's language centers were rewired to interpret body movement. She was taught that violence was her mother tongue. Her first word was a kill. She was crafted to be the perfect living weapon, a human being who was systematically stripped of her own humanity from the moment she was born. It is a theft of the soul itself. These are the stories that remind us that behind the capes and cowls, there is often profound and unending darkness. Who did we miss? Let us know in the comments below.